real estate agents, and even loan officers, we feel like there's this one avenue and it's this golden nugget, and that's what we have to do to sustain ourselves, and that's absolutely not true, right? It's absolutely not true. We see, on average, 3,000 to 5,000 advertisements every single day. 3,000 to 5,000 every single day. That's crazy. Everybody wants our attention. Everybody wants our attention. So heavy lead conversion that actually works. We need to be creating inbound leads, right? Leads actually call us. They want to talk to us. They want to text with us. They want to message with us. That's where we want our business to be, right? That's the golden nugget. That's the golden needle. Consumers, your buyers and sellers are 90% down that journey by the time you speak with them. 90%. They've done all the heavy lifting, right? They're 90% down the journey. How are you communicating with them? What does that look like? Value are we giving them, right? What does that look like? Is it different from everybody else, or is it all the same, right? We're going to talk about that today. You have so much value to give. $1 billion was spent on digital lead generation. If it wasn't working, that number wouldn't be over $2 billion, right? It's supposed to be a lot more in 2019. It's massive opportunity. If we're not putting ourselves out on social media today, we're losing. These prices on social media, these prices for lead is not going to be the same. Triple, quadruple, 5 times the amount. It's going to change, right? These like $1, $2, $3, $4 leads that we can see on social media, exclusive leads, these prices are going to increase. You have to leverage the opportunities that are in front of you today, and that's what we want to talk about, because it's not going to last, right? People have no idea who you are. So we have to adjust our copy that's going to be attractive to them. We have to shine the flashy object in front of them, right? We can't just be like, hey, I'm Ben Calhoun the Realtor, you know me, or even one-liners. We have to have enough information, but not too much, right? We want to just get their attention, drive curiosity. Everyone read the book Jab, 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 Right Hook by Gary Vaynerchuk? If you haven't, it's really cool. It's all about just like, that's the way we should be looking at our business, is just jabbing them with value all day long. Jab, 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 add value, add value, add value, then ask them, right? Value, 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 then ask them. MIT did a big study on this. 78% of leads buy from first responders, right? 78% buy from first responders. On top of that, you have 5 minutes or less to get to them. 5 minutes or less. Importance of actually reaching out to these, not only be the first responder, but reach out to them immediately, right? You have to start that conversation, like I said before, and to get them to see our face, hear our voice, see our tone, introduce our brand to them. It's so important, guys, all right? We have to have some kind of system in place, right? This is just a stat somebody 7 times before they even like actually convert to us, right? This is from the same study. Like it's actually even more than that. 93%, 95% was at 12 times. Contacted them 12 times and then they started to convert. Look over here, first time, 37%, right? You gotta stay on top of these leads. Otherwise, someone else is gonna get their attention. Someone else is gonna say the right thing, right? Say the right message. Gotta put yourself in front of them. So, and they're like, man, I've been running all these ads and like I've been getting back to them, but they're telling me that they didn't submit their information. And we looked at the data and they were submitting their information. The reality is that they have attention spans of goldfish. We do. And they were just forgetting that they were submitting the information. That's it. Literally, we do things online all day long. We'll submit information and 5 minutes later, we forgot we did it, right? It just happens because we just like everybody it wants our attention. Everything, like I said, Facebook's a highway. Everybody wants our attention, right? So when we talk about automation in social media, it allows us to leverage out of all the noise and out of the clutter. So it's super important that you have some kind of system in place, guys, to start capturing these leads, right? We don't have the bandwidth to do it manually. You just don't. Especially if you're gonna be running ads, you've got to have some kind of system in place. And depending on your budget, there's so many options out there. There's so many options. So real quick, but we want authentic conversations. The consumer wants an authentic conversation from you, okay? We've got to give them that conversation, that authenticity. Throw away the scripts. Throw away the scripts. They don't work. We're bored of it, right? Right, here's an example, like, Hey John, this is Jason from Perkins Realty. I have a few minutes between meetings, saw you're home. Call me when you're free. Like that, no, I don't want to, right? I want to actually talk to somebody who's gonna drive a conversation with me that's maybe in line with my beliefs, right? Wow, that was fast, right? So like you wanna make it more authentic, and you can do that through the automation piece, but you can also you can make it authentic with a human element with automation. And I highly suggest you do that. Right, because the reality is 1 to 5% of them actually convert. They're not ready to buy or sell, they're just curious. But you're inviting them into your brand, and that's the big piece of it. So this next few minutes, guys, I wanna dive into retargeting. Things and images and copy, but then we wanna warm them up, guys. We wanna introduce them to our brand. Every single one of you has a brand. What does that brand look like? What are you saying to your audience, right? Every single one of you has a brand. You can capture them. Talk to them, start conversations with them, all through social media, right? This is where our economy is headed. We're in an influencer economy, right? We have to influence our tribe, influence our audience to trust us and build a relationship, right? The reality is prospects are people, guys. We're in a permission economy. We don't want to be sold to. I don't want to buy your stuff, right? Think about our impulse buys that we have on the internet on a daily basis, a weekly basis, right? Or the brands that we trust and like, and we go to every single time. Mike, Bardash, you love your cigars. Who do you go to every time? Friends for advice. Same thing with our brand and our audience. We gotta be creating that same funnel type, all right? So, we need to be continuing the conversation with our audience. What is retargeting? Simply put, guys, it's show your ads and your brand to people based on previous interactions. There's some really cool stuff you can do with retargeting on Facebook. Very cool stuff. For instance, I can retarget people who have submitted forms